Our next speaker is one of our newest and brightest young members. His name is Hostos. He is also giving his icebreaker, and this one is titled Sonny Liston Moments. In his first speech, Hostos will be completing his icebreaker by sharing a bit about his family, himself, and how he ultimately decided to come live in sunny SoCal. Along with sharing his story, he hopes to inspire us to pursue our goals and conquer our challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Hostos.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Let me begin by just asking you guys two questions. The first question is, who in here likes to be challenged? Great, I'm in the right place. I hope to propose a challenge to you guys by the time I'm done here. Second question is, do you guys know, is anyone familiar with these pictures? Don't know if you guys can see. So, great, glad you guys are familiar with the characters in the picture and the picture itself. But for me, this picture represents something very significant. Don't know if you guys knew this, but at the time, Muhammad Ali's name wasn't Muhammad Ali. His name was Cassius Clay. The person on the ground is Sonny Liston. So, leading up to that fight, Cassius Clay was said to be, he was going to be killed in the ring. Sonny Liston at the time was this humongous boxer who just destroyed his competitors. And Cassius Clay was not Muhammad Ali, he was not well known. He was up against someone that was, someone that was going to dominate him. So leading up to that fight, obviously Cassius Clay, he probably wasn't as confident as we know him to be today, but he still had that confidence in him. So I'm sure he went into that fight thinking he was going to win. But the reason why he's standing over Sonny Liston doing this is because he knocked this guy out that was supposed to kill him. And to him, that was an amazing accomplishment. And I look at that, or I name that, a Sonny Liston moment. Meaning a moment where you're faced with a tough uphill battle, and you have a challenge that you're not supposed to accomplish. You're supposed to fail. Like that's what you're destined to do. And when you guys have had these in your lifetime, but when you crush one of these moments, you feel really good. So for me, that's a Sonny Liston moment. I actually have that picture hanging up at work and in my office at home, and it's something that I look for inspiration. So you guys, today what I want to do is share my life story through 3 different Sonny Liston moments. Some are mine and some are others, but there are moments that are very special to me. My mom and dad moved to this country a long time ago from the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is an island in the Caribbean. They both came to this country not knowing how to speak the language. I was born, I believe, 3 years after they arrived. And these are folks who are very proud and hardworking. And what they realized is that they were going to have a tough time getting established with a child. And I believe my sister was shortly on the way. But at the age of 3, my parents sent me back to the Dominican Republic to live with family there so that they could establish themselves. My father went on to build a successful construction company, and my mom built a successful beauty salon business. Once they realized they established themselves, they had me come back, as well as my sister. And I think I came back at the age of 6 or 7. And I remember when I came back to this country, picking up at the airport, went right home, and they had a big gift for me, and that gift was a room full of toys. It was, I could still remember walking into that bedroom, and it was like Toys R Us. It was literally just toys coming out of the closet from underneath the bed. It was just an amazing experience. But that time in my life to me, looking back on it, represents a Sonny Liston moment for my parents, for them to have come to this country, establish themselves, and provide a safe and healthy, wonderful place for my sister and I. Fast forward 2 years, I'm now 9. My family continues to do very well. Like life, there's challenges that happen to us. My father had a very terrible accident. He fell off a 3-story home while he was working as a carpenter. He went into a coma from the time I was 9 years old to the time I was 23, and he passed away when I was 23. So he pretty much he spent my whole lifetime in a coma. So it was a very traumatic experience for me. Through that, my mom had to lift herself up by her bootstraps. She raised 2 great kids on her own, 1 income. We were safe, we were well fed, had shelter. Amazing lady. That's another Sonny Liston moment in my life. It's seeing my mom accomplish so much with so little. Because of that, I think it fueled my determination and hard work and work ethic that I still have today, and people recognize in me today. I went on to college and studied computer engineering and Spanish, and I was part of this program called the International Engineering Program, where I got to learn an engineering discipline, got to study in the Dominican Republic for a semester, got to study in Spain for a semester, got to work in Mexico for a year, traveled to Western Europe. That opportunity or that experience afforded me a great job out in New York City at one of the premier banks in New York City. Spent an amazing 6 years there, became an amazing professional, accomplished great things, loved it. At one point I decided I want to go back to school, so I went back and quit work and went to school for 2 years to get my MBA in upstate New York. I thought I was just going there to get my MBA. Sure enough, I met my fiance out there. Sure enough, because I went out there, I got a job offer to move out to LA, which is why I'm here now. So I think the last Sonny Liston moment I would share with you guys tonight was through some traumatic experiences. I used that to fuel myself and accomplish some great professional and career aspirations. I'll leave you guys with this. I think my next Sonny Liston moments that I want to accomplish is building my own family and having a wonderful marriage and family. I think I have the background to do so now. So you guys know a little bit about me. I hope you guys also appreciate my Sonny Liston moments. So I promised you guys, or asked you guys, if you guys like to be challenged. So I shared with you my Sonny Liston moments. I asked for you guys to ask yourself, what's my Sonny Liston moment? And am I ready to go tackle that Sonny Liston moment? Thank you guys.